Hey there, Angry Faithful. I just wanted to drop in, bend your ear a little bit, get your attention. So if you're not listening, drop what you're doing and pay attention to me because I'm here to inform you that not only can you get your daily, maybe if you're binging it, I'm not sure, that's entirely up to you, but you can multiply your doses of angry me fuckery by paying attention to all of the platforms upon which you can find either the dulcet tones of my voice and David's voice, or my pretty face and David's not so pretty face. Anyways, digressing, we not only we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we're on Rumble, we're on Google, Apple Podcast. We have a TikTok page. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and of course, Facebook. So if you find yourself fuckery deprived, curl up with a nice hot mug of shut the fuck up and just listen. Open those ear holes and be prepared to be cream pied like it's the first time. Thanks for listening.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. Today, we are going in and doing another Skylar interview because he's the only one that shows up early. It's comics before the show up here at O'Brien's. Hell, even Cynthia, she gave me a text. She was like, I'm spent. I can't, because she thought she was going to be on the show and everything. I was like, oh, Gorb was supposed to be on, so you're in the clear. And then she's like, and Gorb was knocked out. And I was like, well, fuck, Skylar's going to be there. If you didn't show up, I would have, I already had, that's a good thing nowadays. What I've ended up doing is I have, like, other episodes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I feel like you could talk to yourself for about 45 minutes and people would still watch, yeah?
I've done it.
Yeah.
That's what a couple of times when the, for Psychos and Sociopaths ones, my co-host was, what do you call it, getting married. I call it a death sentence, but, you know, some people's
It sounds like an expensive funeral.
All funerals are expensive, unless you, like, torch them and just put them in the water. But no, what was it? And another thing, I'm just glad that right now my symbol doesn't point me out as a terrorist.
Huh? What?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
You didn't hear about this?
No, your symbol doesn't... Why are we echoing?
I don't know.
That's weird.
It is getting a little bit echoey.
Okay, maybe.
No, FBI just put I think either it was FBI or just some leak. FBI doctrine, anything, and I've been talking about this on the shows. Mike Glover, who runs Fieldcraft Survival.
Yeah.
And he also has a charity group that goes out and helps like disaster areas and everything like that. Let me go ahead and turn that down. I know that's going to be too loud for this. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
But anything dealing with high right-wing stuff, the Gonzales flag, the Virginia flag, the do or die flag with the snake, the yellow one.
Don't tread on me.
Yeah, don't tread on me.
One of the flags that's one of the original American flags like
Betsy Ross flag.
What?
Yeah,
it's a
Betsy Ross flag. It's considered right-wing terrorism right
now.
Like
the 13 colonies and the don't tread on me.
The one that every president has flown during their inauguration. Even this president.
It's a terrorist symbol?
Yes. Black Rifle Coffee. We already went over Fieldcraft. I don't know about Sheepdog Survival, but that might be.
Stupid.
Yeah,
so your symbol could be a terrorist symbol.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Only because I have it's a AR with a musket. And The only reason why, the whole reason why I have that symbol and everything like that, one, it looks fucking bombastic.
It's cool.
Two, it's the basic fact of I was gonna have my original get rich idea was making and selling mead, but I didn't have the capital because it's like $25,000 just to start it up.
It's
And I don't
35
have
now.
I don't even have the product.
Yeah.
So I would have to pay that, and then eventually I would make up the product or something like that, or whatever. But I was looking it up and everything like that, and I was like, nah. Then I asked a couple of people that actually start up like whiskey companies and everything, like just recently, like in like 2013, 12. They started their own whiskey company, and they said they went through a actual whiskey company to start that up and everything, and they just put their name on it and everything, and
Yeah.
that's the way to do it. And they,
A lot of breweries start that way too. Like you
Yeah.
have other people's caskets, you have your own ingredients and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you have the ingredients coming in. They just put it in their stuff and put your name on one of their bottles, and that's it.
But yeah,
But, yeah.
that's how that works. And I was like, oh, okay. But it still takes a shit ton of money just to start that up. Which
See, I feel like
that's-
the real terrorists are like the engineers and like the carpenters, though, because they build all your shit, and you wouldn't even know.
No, it's not the engineers. I tell you that right now. I can tell you for a fucking fact, and we're past 30 seconds, Mark. Tell you for a fucking fact, it's not the engineers.
Who is it?
It's the people that fix the shit.
Oh,
Because, okay, every engineer, they sit on their ass, they come up with the stuff and everything like that, unless they actually done the job themselves, which your percentage is very, very fucking low.
they're probably starting out.
Exactly. It's the same thing, and reason why, like Gorb's joke on a doctor that's 26-year-old and everything like that. They got the degree, or hell, even going off of the whole basic fact of military doctors. I had a guy I know. He ended up getting a bad bacteria infection, and the doctor told him it was just a spider bite, and to rub a little cream on it. Luckily, someone else was there that was a doc, ended up going up and was like, oh no, that's this and this and this. I've already dealt with this stuff. Gave him the proper stuff and fixed it.
Yeah,
The doctor got so fucking upset that he went over his head and everything like that. He was like, oh, you're getting court-martial charges and everything like that. That's why nowadays I love the fact that if your doctor fucks up, because back in, and this has just recently happened, like in 2019, 2018, to where you can sue your doctor in the military.
finally.
Yes.
I didn't know that became a thing.
Yes.
I've heard
for the
stories
longest,
like-
dude, I know a guy that got his fucking leg chopped off, and they were supposed to like do like a kidney transplant or some shit like that. Buddy of mine that's and I told him, you know, maybe you should start looking into suing the government now that you have
Yeah.
this. He has intestine they went in and when he went to a different doctor, the doctor asked him, because he was having like constipation issues, because they went in and cut a couple of sections of his intestines and stapled it together. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Just like, here's the wiggle worm. Here's the wiggle worm. Just
Well, it's an actual procedure and everything that he didn't need,
oh no.
because they got, I don't know how they did it, but it's a malpractice nonetheless.
Yeah, I've been to Band-Aid clinics time and time again because I was sick in high school or had broken bones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the one doctor with my swollen foot said, "Oh, you're retaining water. Take these pills." Yeah, because both my feet were swollen. I fucked my feet up.
Basically, you broke your feet.
I mean, they were just twisted, but like the way it felt, like it pulled a muscle when they went in.
Or you had a bone that
Yeah. And so they were swollen. He's like, water retention. Do you see how skinny I am? I don't retain water.
God. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I hear worse stories from military doctors, and I'm just like,
I don't have it that bad.
I don't have it that bad. I don't like.
No.
I don't understand like how Band-Aid clinics can be more official than a military doctor. Like the guys keeping our people alive on the front lines.
Oh, I used to, and I say this a lot on the show when I'm talking about medical malpractice. There was a show on the medical channel of so many malpractice suits and everything that happened. One of the funniest one, or not the funniest one, but the most horrible one I watched was. Do you know what a spreader is?
No.
Okay. It's a piece of metal, 1 inch in diameter, and about 5 to 6 inches long.
Okay.
Left in here. What had happened was because it was a foreign object, bacteria was growing on it. He has a hole in his stomach area where the bacteria ate the muscle and everything like that, because everybody's like, oh, it was bad bacteria. No, it was good bacteria trying to attack a foreign object it couldn't attack. I mean, it's steel.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, those jokes where the doctor accidentally loses his ring and watch, that shit happens. It's not a joke.
Oh man.
For the longest time, what they have now is, I mean, even a cloth that they try to get all the blood and everything like that causes problems. There's several instances like that's happened. What they have nowadays is, that QR code?
Yeah.
And the barcodes, they have to barcode all the stuff before the surgery, and then they barcode all the stuff after the surgery, and they make sure they annotate how many sponges and stuff like that they use. It's not because they're trying to overcharge you, which they still do, but it's actually because of the basic fact of they lose objects. They don't have accountability for that.
I feel like that's the kind of job, though, kind of like the oil field. Like, you don't wear your metal ring on your fucking hand when you're there. Like, you don't wear your metal ring, you wear a rubber ring to symbolize your marriage. Yeah, you wear the silicone ring. I feel like it'd be the same thing. Like, if you're going to do anything, at least have it be silicone.
Well, silicone would still...
But, like, if you're going to lose something, it's better than losing your wedding ring that's metal in there that can't dissolve.
Oh, for the people that's in my those guys message on Facebook, they already know the answer to the question a couple of people asked, because I was telling you this Saturday, and you kept on having to go off and do your...
I remember the story, though.
But anyways, if you go back to episode, the Psychos and Sociopaths, just search it up. It's the Richard Patterson, I think it is, the pig farm killer.
Yeah.
Canadian serial killer I went over, and it kind of messed me up when I was doing the read, only because he used a dildo as a suppressor on a 22. Well, yesterday...
Oh, yeah.
So yesterday, I ended up testing it out. By the way, it doesn't work. It gives you like 3 to 4 decibels down. Because when I started out with the dry fire, train's coming in, everybody. So sorry about that. I think we got like 5 beats.
3.
3 beeps. So, telling you 5, 4. Okay, just 4, I guess.
We're in the middle. It's fine.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Who did?
No idea.
No idea. Anyways, what ended up happening is I found out that on the cold read, it was 113 to 114 decibels. With the dildo suppressor, it was 10 to 9, 110, 109. So it doesn't really work. It works, but not to a degree.
Unless
that,
you're firing like a musket through that thing and
No, think about it. I didn't have a hole, so it was going straight through it, so all the sound and stuff like that should... Because, okay, the original idea of the suppressor...
But what kind of gun was it, though? Where you're firing from?
22. 22s, I mean, you can use a 22 nail gun.
Didn't you say that he used a 22 in his murders?
Yeah, that's what I used.
Yeah.
I kept it...
6. He used it in his murders?
Yeah. It was one of the evidences they confiscated. So, it was one of those strange things and everything.
I feel like when you're reading something like that, though, something has to go through your head to be like,
Oh, dude, I'm a heavy dyslexic.
yeah.
I'm a severe dyslexic. So when I was reading that, I literally had to reread it like 5 or 6 times because I thought my brain broke again. I mean, okay, here's another story about my dyslexia. Me and my friend are both severe dyslexic. So we laugh about it. It's funny. Well, he needed a calendar or like a date journal for D&D.
You needed a planner to like...
A planner for D&D.
Okay.
So we went up there, we were looking for one, and he was like, dude, this is fucked up. I don't know why this is here. I was like, why, what's here? It's a dictionary. It doesn't have any words in it. What the fuck? So I go up, I was like, okay, I'll play your silly little games. Let me look at it. Looked at it, it was blank. I was like, yeah, that's kind of weird. It's kind of thin to be a dictionary too, either way. Maybe you're just writing in new words and everything like that. Anyways, then I did the smart thing and look at the spine and the cover, diary. Dude, I was about to beat the shit out of him right there because I felt so stupid.
I had a friend with dyslexia, and I feel bad about this to this day. It's like sophomore year of high school. He's a straight A student, so he plans out his entire life, and you just kind of go along with him kind of person because you don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
I know he has dyslexia. It takes him forever to do schoolwork.
Yeah.
He needs a calendar. I pick out the most colorful, most hard to read thing and say, here you go. You like so-and-so character. It's hard as hell to read. It was great.
I still like what happened to me yesterday because I have another friend of mine that's colorblind, and we're going up, and he's like, man, if you're gonna get a Cadillac, why would you get a Cadillac with that ugly gray? I'm like, I looked at it, and I'm getting to the point where it's instantaneous. I figured it out. I was like, Michael, you're fucking colorblind. It's not gray.
What color was the car?
Like, that green. It was a dark green.
Gray.
No, it was dark green. No.
You're wrong.
No.
Colorblind.
Just
We
because
win.
you want what a small amount of people have, and dogs are colorblind too. So if you want to be in the dog category and everything like that, and a small majority of people, that area right there, you're fucking right. Everybody else that's we'll call it normalized eyesight that can see colors and differentiation from that color scheme, we will allow you to have your small, pathetic rightness. How about that?
Okay, that's fair. I mean, as long as I don't turn into a liberal from being told I'm right, it's fine. I think, yeah.
Or one of those things is like, hey, I'm gonna learn how to be an electrician. The fuck that you are.
Hey, I know how to rewire great. I fell off a 10-foot ladder one time because they didn't turn off another breaker.
I feel this achievement is not really up there.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So my theater teacher at the time, right, like, she volunteers me, like, I'm going to be in someone's show.
Yeah, I've
They
been in
need-
that situations, yeah.
They need someone to fix their lights. I'm 10 feet up in the air, turn off a breaker. This light was on a different one in a different area because of where it was on the electric. Because they have two small electrics and the way they ran them, that light was one of their older lights and then they put all these new LEDs in, right?
okay, yeah.
I didn't think about that. Everything's going fine until I cut into the wire. A bulb blows in my face. I'm shocked off the ladder and I fall flat on my back.
Damn.
It was an electrifying experience. It was nice. I didn't feel the pain for like 2 days.
Oh, fuck. It's like, I remember this one time. I was, this is parkour before it was parkour. I don't know where I got it at. I think it was more or less like the old kung fu movies and everything, you know, you're jumping over stuff and kicking and everything. Well, I had this metal pole and I didn't know it like sprinkled a little bit, so I went in, grabbed it, jumped over. As soon as I jumped over, my hands left the little fence thing flat face on concrete. I mean, if you were there, you're laughing your ass off. It's like, are you okay? I was like, I'm all right. I instantly turned into a retard. I was like, yeah, everything hurts now. I broke my face. It sucked. I was like, guys, you're gonna have to drag. I can't do it.
I had Heelys growing up.
What's that?
So they were these shoes that looked like off-brand Nikes.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like under the shoe there was a socket for like a skateboard wheel that you just popped in.
Oh.
Heelys.
Were they called Heelys? I thought they were called wheelies.
Heelys. There were wheelies. Those were the off-brand ones.
Oh, okay.
So I had Heelys, right? I'm running down the road with my Heelys on, forgetting I have the wheels in, and my foot goes forward, I go backwards, the second wheel propels me further back, my arm lands under me, and then it flings out, and then I bounce back up because of how much force I was running with as a little kid, and like bounce my back and like scratch my backbone without breaking the skin.
Damn.
So like there's like a little bit of nerve damage on my lower back because of where I scraped it on that rock.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I still.
I got up laughing from that thing, and then I get up, and then just like you,
everything's broken.
my arm, it's dead. Like it was so bad.
I still like a friend of mine tells this story all the time. We had a trampoline in the backyard, and we had also a carport that we could easily jump off the carport and onto the trampoline, so we could get some person like up really high. Well, me and my friend probably weighed all together. He weighed probably about 180. I 135. So right around about close to 300. So he's like, "Okay, jump me." So we jump off the carport and bounce him. He bounces, goes sky high, over close to the trampoline. Gets in, he sprouts out on the trampoline pole, grabs himself, almost racks himself. He's like, "Oh, I'm safe." So he, instead of going towards the trampoline, he goes to the ground. And at the time, the trampoline was also where we kept the dogs. So he got a full face of dog shit. So yeah,
Oh,
that happened.
I was horrible with my cousin. I was a terrible young child.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, well, I got bullied a lot, so I take it out on my family. And
You
it's-
bullied? Don't see it.
Huh?
No.
No, I got bullied. No, it's fine.
I don't see that you got.
My white
getting-
privilege and 600 credit score at 12 years old didn't help me out, so.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, the white privilege card didn't come out well.
Oh, okay. They
Yeah.
didn't bring those out until like 2012. So
No, that's fair.
yeah.
But so I have a similar story. So where my cousin's house is, so you walk into the house over here, right?
Yeah.
You have a carport over here.
Keep on talking. I can hear you.
Here's the back of the roof, right? Right there. There's your trampoline. Here's the carport's metal roof. Here's the trampoline. So me and my cousin are here to spite his little sister because she just told on us. Like got me and him grounded by both of our parents. We are here to spite his sister. So we're all outside jumping on trampoline and we jump down right as she's doing that, so her feet hits right as it's bowing down.
Oh, so it's just
And
like
launches her
basically
up.
slingshot
But
shooter.
basically what it does, there's a tree like 4 feet behind the trampoline.
Oh wow.
There's a branch, so she goes whoop right on her stomach and hits the trampoline and bounces back and keeps bouncing.
Oh shit. I seen that video. That's fucking hilarious. But it
was-
was not your. I know it's probably not your sibling or
No,
anything,
it's
but
not.
I've seen.
No,
I've
it
seen
was
one
it
that
was
did
my
that.
cousin's sister, and it was like that was funny. And she gets up like screaming and crying because she's like bleeding from the tree, giving her splinters, and like now she has like severe vertigo and bad jet lag from the constant like boing, like can't hardly say anything. It was funny as crap.
It was funny, but it was horrible.
She's also the one that, to get revenge, pushed me when I was in midair, and they didn't have the net around it.
Oh,
So I go whoop and rack myself.
ouch. Yeah, we didn't have the net back then. We had like a cover for the springs. That's
Oh,
about
see,
it.
like we didn't have that. We had like the net and the springs.
No,
That was it.
no.
It was great.
Nowadays they have like the cage you in and everything like that, so you can't really do
Kids
anything.
today are
awful.
too soft. Like they're too soft.
Dude, you have nothing to talk about. You literally
How?
have nothing to talk about. Fuck, I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
I've done some really stupid shit, and I'm
Yeah.
still surprised I'm alive.
I should have
really
died
am.
as a child. I used to jump off of a 3rd-story roof we were in
Yeah.
because I thought I could fly.
Hell, my dad has stories of, because they used to have these mosquito foggers that would drive in the neighborhoods,
Oh yeah, I know
and
what
he
you're
would
talking
drive,
about.
and he would drive around behind them and everything. Dude, who's basically inhaling poison for fun? So I got nothing on my dad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was the redneck who would do your Dukes of Hazzard jumps just to say he did them.
I've done those. I know exactly where you can do those too.
He did his in Florida. We don't have that many hills.
We do. I found them. I know where they're
In
at.
Texas,
No, in town.
there are places to do that in town.
Okay,
That'd
there's.
be fun.
You buy a cheap vehicle to do this shit. I had
What,
a
not like the
cheap.
Dukes of Hazzard and make it almost
I
make
had a-
your car somehow almost extinct.
Yeah. No, I had a 1978 Impala. Fucking thing was a tank. And back this way, there's a railroad tracks that connects to on Shepherd Road.
Yeah.
And there's a railroad track, and you can go high enough, but it's dipped enough to where you can.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
I did that like 3 or 4 times. I
That
didn't have
sounds-
an oil pan after that. And there's one. There's like this street that's in front of Hershey High School.
Maureen.
No, like dead in front of Hershey High School.
I don't know what it is.
But there's one, if you keep on going up, there's, I think, 2 or 3 blocks, and it has like a dip in it. You can hit that dip and you're airborne.
There's one of the dips downtown that if you're coming right near the hospital, that exit right way when you turn left into the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
That dip when you're coming straight in on that one, my mom was basically dying, so next thing I know, we're in the air because, you know, it has that steep and then that hole.
Yeah.
So we hit it just right to, like, launch us, like, 6 or 7 feet in the air and then go over by the hospital. That's a great jump. It would have been fun if someone wasn't dying in the car, but, like, it was a...
Where's she dying from?
I forget what it's called now, but her blood was basically strawberry milk. Like, lucky to be alive.
Oh, wow.
And, like, it was from years of depression and undiagnosed, yeah, I can't think of it. Diabetes.
Oh, okay.
Undiagnosed diabetes, and then she has stuff because my grandpa, her dad, served in the Korean War. He was around Agent Orange. So she's one of those kids that...
Did they have Agent Orange during...
That's when it started.
Korea?
That's
I
when
thought it was Vietnam.
No, it was... We started Agent Orange in Korea. Agent Orange changed from Agent Orange to just napalm because less health issues.
Agent Orange was a pesticide.
Yeah. My grandpa worked with it during the Korean War, though. So
Google that shit.
Yeah, Agent Orange was Korean War. Yeah. It was Korean War.
Okay, just hearing.
Because they've only talked about it.
Agent Orange, Korean War, 1950.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, no. Agent Orange has been around for a while.
Well, I figured that, but I didn't think. Well,
it's been around for a while.
There hasn't been that much stuff on Korean War. I mean, they're just now doing a movie about a couple of fighter pilots that were in the Korean War.
Yeah, the Korean War was really interesting, but here's the thing. My grandpa was in the Korean War right at the end and served at the beginning of Vietnam. So I worked with it in both places.
Oh, okay.
Now, there's a lot of kids who, when they came back to see their lovely wife or their divorced home and just be there with them, right, after the atrocities, these kids born when they were directly exposed to Agent Orange have different diseases or rare diseases of variants of things.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Because of how Agent Orange affected the body. Just kind of like truckers who truck all their life get cancer, specifically lung cancer, because of the fumes from the diesel.
Yeah.
Like, it was weird what happened. And next thing you know, she's screaming, yay. Me and my dad are all screaming because worried this is about to give her a fucking heart attack. And she's remembering when she's like 18 in her 1980 Mustang having joyrides.
Oh, okay.
It was great. It was such a fun jump, though. Like, I remember the jump because the air was just perfect. Something like straight out of Dukes of Hazzard kind of jump, but not as tall. It was great.
Yeah, they ended up, like, more or less creating a machine to launch the goddamn fucking,
Yeah.
cars.
And the crazy part about the Dukes of Hazzard is how do you almost make a car extinct?
Yeah.
Which they almost did, though. Like,
Yeah, because of all the jumps they did, and instead of doing, what did they do? Instead of using a B-roll, you know, filming it, like Airwolf was all B-roll. There's a couple of
Knight Rider was.
Knight Rider was mostly B-roll. And they used a lot of the B-roll, and that just freaked me out after I read that. It's like, because when they were gonna do that new movie, they had like 2 cars, or no, they had only like 3 Dukes of Hazzard cars.
yeah.
Only because of that thing.
See, it aired in 1979. What I'm looking up is how much it cost for one of those back then for the old Chargers. Because I'm curious what the conversion rate is to today if they were to do that again.
The Chargers weren't that expensive. I think they're back then. I think you could get an old Charger for probably around about $1,000 their time. Maybe not even that. Probably about $500. They weren't expensive. They only started getting really expensive when they actually started getting popular and everything, and people were like, "Yeah, I got a Charger. How much you want for it?" "Oh, I bet it's for this, so we're gonna jack up the prices and everything." They were pretty cheap. It's the whole reason why they went with the Dodge Charger.
I'm trying to find out when it released.
1982, I believe.
The Charger, the 79 that they used was different.
Yeah, they had the 79 and they had the
But think about inflation
78.
on that, though. How much money they would spend for that many cars.
well, those cars now are fucking expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the
Just to
body.
get-
It's steel.
Yeah. God, I drove one of those Chargers. Someone made Dukes of Hazzard. I drove one, and I'll tell you this right now. I'm so glad I did the conversions on my 67 Chevelle.
Why?
I put power steering in it, power brakes, fuel injection. It's one of those things that when you're making a turn, a hard turn and everything, you can tell if it was an original Dodge because they were doing the turns and it wasn't turning on like a dime. My 67 Chevelle turned on a dime. Only because I had all that stuff. And I've gotten so many complaints now. It's like, what is it called? Retrofitting. They do it all the time now. They put newer parts they basically take the body and put newer parts in it.
Well, the body's what's valuable. Those original engines, if they are worth something, dear God.
They were good. The Hemi from 68 and 69 were actually pretty good.
The Dodge Dart ran 3 years in NASCAR.
Yeah.
Like, their sports model ran 3 years in NASCAR, almost unedited because of how they made it.
I think it. God, what's the horsepower on one of those? I think it was like
I don't know. I just
like
know
500 or something like that.
Yeah, the original
And
Dodge Dart was
They didn't
nice.
turn on the lights, so we'll go ahead and close this episode. Cause what time is it? Like close to
41.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and close this episode up. Michael.
He's throwing it.
I know, right? We'll go ahead and close this episode up. This is Skylar. Where are you going to be at in the next couple of days?
I'm gonna be at Quillen's in Dallas.
Quillen's in Dallas.
On Saturday. I'm gonna be at Bear Creek Bistro next Friday in the deep end.
That Saturday?
That's
Yeah,
Saturday.
okay, and I'm going to be there too for
Yeah.
like a 5 minutes.
Yeah, you
still,
got a 5
so-
minutes at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal. But anyways, that's about it. Check them out on Facebook. You're on Instagram. You're on all the social media.
Everything is under Skylar Wilson Comedy.
Okay.
Like everything.
Okay. So check them out, and thank you all for watching or listening, guys. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.